I wish I could tell you the first time I remember somebody telling me that I'm pretty to be dark-skinned, but I don't. But I do remember one of the times where someone told me I'm pretty to be a dark-skinned African. I want to say I was in high school. And it's one of those things that people say when they're like sort of joking. And maybe it was a joke, right? But it was a very poor joke. Particularly because I remember it making me feel both exceptional and less than at the same time, right? Like how backhanded compliments are able to do that. Like, oh, you're pretty to be dark skinned. Like, baby, I'm pretty, right? Or, oh, you smell good to be African, because that's another one that I've gotten. And I think about how these threads, these are simple threads of a story, how they wove together to create the person that I am today. And while some people rightfully did what they felt they needed to do, right? You do what you got to do for you. They chose partners that looked a certain way so that their kids wouldn't have it, or they used bleaching creams or perms or whatever they needed to, or felt what they needed to do in order to achieve the type of beauty that wasn't relegated to backhanded compliments, or even they relish in it, right? Because there's this piece of us that always wants to be the special one, right? Instead, what I decided to do is that we needed to change our definition of what pretty is, that we needed to expand that definition. And I created Cocoa Butter and Hair Grease. And it's not just a book. It is a book, but it's not just a book. It's a group. It made me create Curls Talk, conversations, understanding relationships, love, and sex through our hair, through our skin tone, because we need to have those talks, right? It made me create the free, fabulous, and fucked community for Black women on Facebook. I did those things because of how often that is a part of our story. It's a part of our narrative, how it impacts our sexuality, how it impacts the partners we choose, how it impacts the friends we choose. We think we make choices, and I say that a lot of the choices that we make because of trauma. And sometimes we don't know that. And sometimes we say that we're ready to heal, but we don't want to talk about colorism because we've been told that we'll be divisive, that we're all Black and that we all have one Black experience. Well, let's be clear. The light-skinned Black experience and the dark-skinned Black experience are not the same Black experience. They're both valid, but they're not the same experience. And there is learning and healing that needs to happen on all sides involved. And I am ready for us to do that healing if you are ready to do that healing. And that means that we offer Curls Talk. Check it. Get on the mailing list to never miss it. It means that we offer Cocoa Butter and Hair Grease, an 8-week group experience. And this is about a self journey healing expedition. And you don't have to go by yourself. I know that a lot of us have been taught that you got to do shit by yourself. You always have to do things by yourself to prove that you're big, that you're bad, that you're independent. Let go of independence. Come to interdependence, where you get to have a community. You do things on your own, but you also do things within a community. You don't have to do this shit by yourself. And quite frankly, you didn't hurt you. So you shouldn't have to heal you all by yourself. So come through.